Good morning, friends. These days, you are pondering whether AI contributes to the enhancement or flourishing of human ethics or does it hinder us from it? How does performing duties make us free when artificial intelligence plays a substantial role in our daily life? And that is for our question being addressed for this repetition. To this question, we answer that we should collaborate with AI, not misuse and abuse it, utilizing it as a tool to enhance our achievements, including in our ethical practices, without becoming overly reliant on it.
We mean to say that we should emphasize the importance of working alongside AI. Use it in moderation rather than mishandling and exploiting it. Employ AI as a valuable tool to amplify our achievements with note of ethics, as it is essential to exercise caution to prevent over-reliance on it.
Moving on to our supports. For support one, the reason we say this is that, as the experts tells us, in human behavior, there is a consistent effort to pursue moral values regardless of their various desires and pursuits. It emphasizes the universality of the human inclination towards moral values, which influences our choices and actions in various aspects of life. Now, for our own example illustrating it, for instance, I was once procrastinating on a school project and was tempted to use AI tools because I knew it would be easier and faster for me to finish it. But I felt guilty knowing that my work was being done by an AI. Instead, I simply did my best without the need for AI tools because I am confident in my abilities. Regardless of my desire to use AI, it illustrates my moral values.
Moving on to support number two, another reason for making this claim is that, as stated in the excerpts, moral value is often intertwined with our pursuit of objective values. It is as if moral value exists alongside the objective value we are trying to achieve, almost on the edge or margin of our actions. In other words, our moral considerations are closely linked to our efforts to achieve certain goals or objectives, and they play a significant role in guiding our actions and decisions in that context.
Own example illustrating support to is that recently I had an extensive reflection I needed to make in one of our subjects that requires 500 words. I really wanted to do good on that activity and achieve a high mark. However, instead of using chatbot processing tools such as ChatGPT that makes you cheat on letting AI do the whole work, I only used a digital writing tool such as Grammarly to only check on my grammar and plagiarism. My objective value was to attain high grades on this assignment while having my moral values still intact. Finally, the third reason for our answer is that, as what Tyler says, being a good person is a duty that oneself aims to accomplish since it naturally arises from the structure of a personal being, a being capable of self-realization. Take the case of my friend who asked for my location using Life 360, a location tracking app in which she could follow where I am to ensure my safety. When I told her that she doesn't have to do all this effort for me, she said that it is in her own will of doing to look after her friend. This demonstrates that this sense of duty comes from an inner feeling of doing the right thing.
For our team's own insight number one, thus, we now see that duty is of spiritual potentiality, influencing the unconditionality of our moral values. This occurs in the context of moral duty related experience. As a result, one's actions and decisions are intimately connected and stem from the essence of morality. It enables us to live more ethically and justly.
Own insights number two. Also, we have realized that freedom is closely linked with our moral and practical choices. Our moral values guide us in making ethical decisions as we work towards our goals, while our ability to choose our objectives based on our values represents objective freedom. This interplay underscores the presence of both moral and objective freedoms, allowing us to shape our actions in line with our principles in both our moral and practical lives.
For the third and last own insight, lastly, it has become clear to us that morally right actions is a duty that oneself aims to accomplish and that promotes the good of all. As human beings, with free will and the capacity for moral reasoning, we have a responsibility to live our lives in a way that is consistent with our values and beliefs. So, in conclusion, we say that it is our responsibility to make sure AI is applied in a reasonable and ethical way. We can improve the future for ourselves and the future generations by working with AI and using it as a tool to improve our achievements in life. Starting today, then, we will use AI with ethical responsibility. It is our duty to make sure that AI is applied in a way that does not restrict our freedom and benefit all of humanity. We can build a future in which AI is used to enhance everyone's life by cooperating and creating ethical standards for its application.